Hello guys, welcome to this new video on machine learning in Python. And what we are exactly going to see in this video is that I will show you a very famous supervised machine learning algorithm, that is nearest neighbors classifier, and we are going to use that on the iris dataset, and we will be using the famous Scikit-Learn library for implementing it. So let's get started. So before we start, you need to know about the iris dataset. So what the iris dataset is, the iris dataset has actually 150 records, and it has records of three different flowers, that is versicolor, virginica and setosa. And if you want to go in detail about this dataset, so you can check out this link. I will leave this link in the description below and you can see about it. So on the UCI machine learning repository, you can find this data set and you can easily download it. So don't worry, I will make a separate video on how to download data from this UCI machine learning repository and convert it to a CSV file so that we can use it to read through the pandas library and use it in our machine learning projects. But for the sake of this video, we will be using the same iris dataset as it is provided by Scikit-Learn itself. So coming back to the features of the iris dataset, so this is the dataset and it has a total number of 150 records, and the dataset characteristic is that it is multivariate by nature. When you go in the attribute section, you can see that it has around 4 attributes, that is the sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width, all are in centimeters, and this is known as the feature variables. And the thing which we are going to predict in this video is the class variable, which has each 50-50 records, 50 for iris setosa, 50 for iris versicolor and 50 for iris virginica. So giving you some basic knowledge about k nearest neighbor is that it is actually a classification algorithm which is widely used across industry, and it is also known as the lazy learning algorithm. So what it actually does is that it will try to find out the Euclidean distance between the nearest points, and it will try to see which class they belong. You can see that there are 2 purple points and 1 yellow point. So that means that this class or this cluster, it will identify as the purple cluster, whereas the outer cluster, which has more number of yellow points, will be identified as the class A region. So if you want to find out about k nearest neighbor more, you can research on the internet, and I hope that you will get enough knowledge about it. So we'll start with the project itself. So we are into the Jupyter notebook environment, and for performing k nearest neighbors on the iris dataset, we need to install some dependencies on our system from Scikit-Learn. So which will include a model, that is the train test split model. Then we have to import the k nearest neighbors itself, classifier itself. Then we need to import the dataset. Then we need to import the matrix module from the Scikit-Learn, which will help us predict the accuracy of our model. So I have already written this in this notepad, so I'll just copy this thing and just paste it here. So our dependencies has been installed. So we go to the next part, that is to import the dataset. So to import the dataset, I will give an object, and then I will import the dataset from the datasets that we have imported from the Scikit-Learn using the load iris method. Once the dataset has been imported, if you want to see the dataset, so you can see this is how the dataset actually looks like. So what this actually is, you can see here that this is a multi-dimensional array here, and the data has each and every record of the feature. For example, this is the petal length, this is the petal width, the third attribute and the fourth attribute. As we saw in this part, that is the sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width. And as you go down in the target variable, you actually have an array which has around 150 records, where this 0 signifies the first flower, 1 signifies the second flower, and the 2 signifies the third flower. So we'll see about the feature names and the target names that are present inside the iris dataset. So for that, I will just write print iris features So you can see here that we actually have four features here, that is sepal length, sepal width, petal length and petal width, as I said earlier. And we have three target variables, that is the flower setosa, flower versicolor and flower virginica. Now to see what is in our data, so we can check it by seeing just the first 5 records or just a few records from our data set. So we will simply print it from the data part itself, because we don't really care about the target variable currently. So from the 0 to the 5th record, we can check that these are the features here. Same thing to check same thing we can do to check about the labels. So I will copy the same line here and we will just print the target this time. So you can see that we get an array with 0, 50 zeros, 51 and 52, which depict all the 3 flowers. Now we will check the shape of the data set that we have, that is the iris data set. So for checking the shape, we will just simply print the iris data set data part, and what we'll do is that we'll use a built-in function, that is the shape function. So you can see that the data set has 150 records as I showed you earlier, and it has 4 features. To check the shape of the label, we'll do the same thing, but instead of checking that for the data, we'll check it for the target variable. So it shows that you have 150 records, that is 150 number of rows, but we have a single column that represents the target. Next part is that we will be using the train test split model that we have imported from the Scikit-Learn library. So I will write the code for that. So what we have written here is that we are splitting the data, that is the training data and the testing data, into a size of 70-30% by giving this test size attribute as 30, which will split the X training part as 70 and the testing part as 30, and same it will do with the target variable. And this is done using the train test split method that is provided by Scikit-Learn. So now we need to build a model which is based on k-nearest classifier, which is provided by Scikit-Learn directly. So for that I will initialize an object and then I will write k. So we have initialized the object, but you need to give the value of k. So for the sake of k nearest neighbor algorithm, usually data scientists, what they do is that if they have an even number of features, so they give some odd number of the value of k. So for this video I will try it with 5. So once the model has been initialized, then I will try to fit the data that we have on this object that we have created using the fit method. And inside the fit method we will be passing 2 parameters, that is the X train, which has 70% of the training data, and we will provide the 70% of the target that is located in the Y train currently. And finally what we'll do is that we'll try to predict it into a new variable, that is Y predict. And what we'll do is that on the same object that we have, we'll try to use the predict method. And for testing the results, what we are going to do is that we have the 30% data left in the X test part. So we will provide it as an argument to the predict method, and it will predict the results and store it in this Y predict variable. So the model has now been prepared, and now we will try to check for the accuracy of the model. So you have seen in the starting that we imported this matrix, and this matrix is a module provided by Scikit-Learn which helps us to check for the accuracy of the model. So for that what we'll do here is that we'll simply print So we'll apply the matrix module, and from the matrix module we'll call a method that is accuracy score, and inside the accuracy score we will pass the Y test and the Y predicted. So after passing the accuracy score 2 arguments, that is the Y test and the Y predicted, this Y predicted was predicted by our model and Y test was for the testing purpose from the original data set. So let's see how much our accuracy is. So we are getting an accuracy of 0.95%, that is 95% approximately. So we will try to change the value of k for an instance again, and if we try to again rerun this two lines, so you can see that we are getting an higher accuracy of around 97%. So this was all about k nearest neighbors and how you can apply the k nearest neighbors on the iris dataset and build your own model with a certain amount of accuracy. So if you have any doubts in this video, feel free to write in the comment section. I will try to solve them, and we'll see more exciting videos on machine learning in the upcoming sessions. And if you like my work, please do hit the like, share and subscribe button.